Good evening. You staying calm these days? You taking care of yourself these days? Is there something that right now you know that your body needs? You can just kind of give into. Hello, everyone. I'm doing this video because it's a very special time of the year. Okay? It's a very special time in human history, in the existence of humankind, in our development of our ongoing consciousness, the awareness of our reality. Not the reality. The reality changes in an instant, but the consciousness of said reality. The awareness that you are having an experience, this changes over time. It comes in waves. And all of us work together to create a collective framework to understand our reality. And that is also evolving. So, if you look at the title of the video, the sun is crossing the Galactic Center. That sounds like some spacey mumbo jumbo, right? Hello, Shama. But this is literally just a point. Let's take all the astrology out of it. Just remove it. Suck it up into a vacuum. Hold it there. Okay. Hi, Liliana. Take all the astrological interpretation, the what is it doing to me? How do I feel? And let's just picture the astronomy, which is really just the geometry of our solar system, our universe. We are on a planet that is circling around the sun. As the sun travels around through the galaxy, this one being called the Milky Way, we've decided to call it, because we just love milk. Mother's milk. It's because it looks creamy in the sky. But the sun is traveling around something the same way we're traveling around the sun. The moon's spinning around us. We're spinning around the sun. What is the sun spinning around? Anybody know? Anybody know? What is it? It's the center of the galaxy. Okay. And then the galaxy going around the center of the universe. So, regardless of what's in the center of all of that stuff, center of the earth, hot, magma. The center of the moon, we don't know. Apparently, it's some NASA substation, some Russian intelligence agent. I'm joking. The center of the galaxy, though, has been shown to be a black hole. So, what we've learned about black holes recently, in recent human history, is that they pull things in through gravitational pull, like as if something was so heavy that it collapsed in on itself. And then that gravity created by that sucks everything in. But what they've learned is that the black hole also pushes things back out in these plumes around the top and the bottom. So it's a recycling bin. It pulls things in and then emanates out the recycled energy. Basically, that energy when it comes out is completely fragmented and, kind of put back in balance, but who knows? Who knows? So at the time that we're in right now, this time of the year, the sun, where it appears to be in the sky, from our vantage point here on Earth, which is spinning, which is wild, it's crossing the galactic center. If you were to draw a line straight through it and keep going for a couple of feet, a couple of trillion of miles, or however far it is, light years, you would reach the center of the galaxy. And why is this important? Well, now we're getting into astrology. All astrological phenomenon involve the interplay of our personal perspective and placement within the solar arrangement, the galactic arrangement, and the arrangement itself. So the energy that is emanating, I think I got that word right, like when something gives off a vibration, it goes out at 360 degrees in all angles, and then it just keeps going until it reaches something that can pick it up or receive it. Like, ooh. So the earth is out here floating around And there are vibrations that hit us and we receive it. And then our consciousness is like, whoa, something's different, or something's the same, or something is interesting. So when the sun, this is known as a conjunction in astrology, when the sun crosses an area that is already housing a certain thing, a planet, the energies of the two, as they're emanating outward in all directions, when they reach us, they have been blended or converted in some way. Some may even say perverted in some way because they're changed. But the energy at the center of the galaxy is very pure. And I've already explained why, right? It's sucking things in and then pushing them back out. It's been somehow purified, and that's a mystery. What the hell's happening there? We don't know. I like mysteries. They keep the mind open. So as this energy is emanating outward, this pure, authentic, just like it is what it is. There's been nothing adulterating it. It actually becomes somewhat adulterated by the sun as it reaches us. But adulteration by the sun is a good thing. Okay? It's a very good thing. Because we are solar beings on this planet. There would be no life without the sun. We are just the right distance. We have just the right amount of water. It's magic. Like, thank you, God, whatever you are, for creating this. But the adulteration of the sun actually translates things into a language that we can speak. Because some of us, maybe I'm from Arcturus. I'm a Pleiadian. Like, I don't know. You're an earthbound being right now. Pretty sure about that. But we don't know what the galaxy is saying. Our current physical bodies and our DNA, where it stands as a collective, is not really speaking the galactic language. Perhaps it is on a deep unconscious level, but on our conscious everyday level, we're speaking solar earth-based language. Like when I have to use the bathroom, or I need to get some food, or I interact with you about, our housing situation. So the galactic energy is wonderful, right? It's like, it must be. I mean, come on, this is all a gift. But the sun being there begins to translate and transduce the energy into something understandable for all of us. The pure livelihood of the sun in your own chart. The most popular planet to talk about in charts, amateur or even a lot of professional astrologers, is the sun. It's like, where's your sun sign? You're in Aries, you're in Aquarius. And you're none of that. Contact me for a reading. You want to learn about your whole chart. That's how you should look at it. It's alchemy. But the sun is important, okay? Can't downplay the sun. So as the sun travels through this portion of the zodiac, the next 3 to 4 days, it's already starting, basically all the way until the solstice. Solstice. Welcome. It's the dark time of the year. The dark time, the inner time. So as it travels past this, we're getting these downloads of information. They are being transduced from the center of our galaxy to us. In our solar system, I don't know if you've seen a diagram or a picture or however they create it. We're way the fuck out here. We're like out way on the edge of the galaxy. So these messages are much needed. And to even add to that, the orientation of our current solar system that we're in, it's not just the sun that's in the center, the planets chasing it as it moves around through the galaxy, but the whole solar system is on a tilt, and it goes up and it goes down because the galaxy is kind of like a disc. It's more flat than it is anything for how broad it is up and down. It's basically like a record, like a record that would play on a turntable. And so when it turns a little bit, when we at one edge go up or go down to the top or bottom of it, we are then not blocked by all of the different planetary systems that are in between in the current phase that we are in, which will last definitely for the rest of our lives, some 20,000 years. We will be bathed in the light or the vibration or in the direct path. Like you can shoot an arrow from the galactic center and it could hit us without anything in between. And that's very, very different from what we usually experience most of the time during the up and down phase. There are a confluence of factors that make this time right now very, very special to be alive. You should be grateful to be alive. If you want to. But the reason it's even more important is because there's shit going on because of this change of tilt that is just beyond our control, beyond our understanding. The galaxy's talking to us. Something is trying to align things, put them back in order. Because we were in the shadow for a while. I mean, we had a period on Earth called the Dark Ages. Like, come on. But I don't need to tell you all about that. You already know. Something is off, right? So it's trying to put it back into place. But we have free will. So basically, this time of the year is the time to figure it out. There are messages coming through. You know what to do. You know where to go. You know where to be. You know how to take care of yourself. You know that other people, they can do whatever the fuck they want. You don't have to tell them what you think. You don't have to even tell them the truth. Just don't tell them anything. Keep it to yourself. You deserve that. You're bigger than all of this. You're bigger than all of this. Okay, the messages are all here. It's clear. You are the universe. You exist within yourself. This physical body, I'm looking at myself on a screen right now. This is like 10 levels deep into the matrix. Like, what am I? Who cares? Follow the intuition. And where do you get your ideas from? Where did they come from in the first place? It's there. Tune into it. Lock it in. Tap on your third eye. It's a psychic time of the year. I'll tell you that much. If you were born in 1981, 1980, 1984, all the way through there, Neptune was crossing the Galactic Center during that time. So we're a bunch of freaking sensitive, empath, psychic weirdos. You know why? Because Neptune on the galactic core is like the best antenna for receiving the Galactic Center messages. Okay? And I want you to watch your nervous system. If you're born in that time period, but just overall, because you pick up on some things that the body is like, what the flip, dude? What the flip? My frame rate might be low on my screen. I apologize for that. It's the nature of internet in Tucson. But yeah, we're here. And so this also means for that portion of the generation, this is our Neptune time of year. This is when things get a little bit out there. They might get a little spacey. And with Mars just having moved into Sagittarius, this gives extra power and potency to the entire interaction with the Galactic Center. Okay? We are transducers for cosmic energy. And the better that we can do that, the better off we all are. But it has to start with yourself. It has to come from within. How do you when you get that energy? And hello, Stephanie. When you get that energy that's like, psh, psh, it's hard to pay attention. It's hard to focus. Like, how do you handle that? What do you do? You sit down, you meditate? Do you just keep pushing? That's what I do. I just keep going. I keep lists. I move from one thing to another. It's definitely easier if someone's making a schedule for me, but that is not my life path. I have to make my own schedule. And I apologize for the frame rate of the video. Yeah. Some drawbacks to living out in the desert. The internet quality. And it can be watched on the replay. I'll do some more on my phone when the time comes. I feel like that comes through better. But I want to pull a card here. See what's coming through. Maybe some messages for me, for you. The Magician. What does that say to you? You can make things happen, okay? You can will them into existence. Have good intentions, have pure intentions. Put yourself first without putting yourself over others. Bring light to a situation. You can push your boundaries a little bit, okay? Don't push your physical boundaries. You get tired, you rest. But like mentally, emotionally, you're way stronger than you know. Way, way stronger than you know. The toughest times always show us that, but maybe we're reaching a time in human experience where we don't need to test ourselves in order to become strong. We don't need to have calamity in order to recognize the strength of who and what we are. The Magician. Where is the Magician? Hello. The Fairy Godmother. From a French fairy tale. The Magician is a helping hand. She has the ability to change raw materials into something wonderful, and dreaming into doing. But she is only helping. She is the only helping hand. Only the helping hand. It is up to the protagonist to use her support, moving forward to do the right thing. So we're being asked to do for ourselves with the assistance and the support of the Magician. Do you feel the support? Do you feel that understanding? That you are understood, you are seen, and you are loved? I know I do. But to be very real with you, my biggest blockage is my own emotional difficulties. I get very, very stuck in what I feel, and it starts to override everything else, and then I can go into a hole. So I try not to. I have habits. Whenever you feel stuck, if you can resonate with that, just leave the environment you're in. And if it feels challenging to leave the environment, that's a good sign. It's a symbol of the fact that you're walking away from some loop, some pattern, some habit. And ideally, you go outside and you pump your blood through your body, take some deep breaths. Just change your environment, okay? Try it. If you feel stuck, just change your environment. See what happens. It feels so terrible because of the frame rates, people getting cut off the video. What I'm finding more and more is when I take time out and think I negatively impacted promises. I learned firsthand today that my dishonoring promises by giving my time away. Yes, I can definitely align with that. That I have given away pieces of myself simply by overcommitting. And there are original agreements that we've made with ourselves. It may have been before we were born. And I understand that there is an agreement that we all make to take care of ourselves and do that first and foremost. But we are also products of our environment, and I think relationships are, as we walk into Venus retrograde, relationships are very complicated. We have relationships, and relationship literally just means relating with something outside of yourself. And you even have a relationship with yourself, but you can only relate to the part of yourself that is not integrated with the other part. It's a little complicated, but our psyche, our unconscious, our ego with our soul. But people and workplaces, parks, trees, animals, we have relationships with all of these. And when we relate, we relay information back and forth to one another. And as a seeker, which you are, if you're on the planet, you're a seeker. You wanted to do something different. You wanted to check it out. Maybe your soul was bored, just being part of God all the time. Just like, what do we do? So now you're here. And every person, every relationship that you have is relaying information back to you. But you are what you have experienced so far. And you're sleeping still to parts of yourself. So the relay is trying to hand a piece back to you, but you still being the one who figures it out. So no one can just walk in and say, here you go, you're whole again. You're complete. This is why you were sexually abused as a kid. There you go. All makes sense now, right? This is why people go to war on the earth. There's your answer. No. That's not what we were looking for here. It's different. It's the relaying, the relationship, the relating. Within it is a code. Every relationship is a code. Every interaction is coded. And the best we can do is train ourselves to be an antenna, to listen, and then train our minds to understand that our bodies will have reactions to the relay. It's going to feel fucking crazy to make it simple. And when that information is relayed, in order to wake up to something that we are, it's not like opening a present on Christmas Day and saying, well, there's the gift. All right, we'll go in my room and play with this. It's because the gift is inside of us and it's wrapped up in mystery and it's like covered in sand and mud. It's layered over with our ancestry, damage to our DNA from choices we made and environmental toxins. And so piece by piece, little by little, and that starts breaking out and it hurts because we're breaking. It doesn't hurt because it's wrong. Pain isn't a sign that anything's wrong. Sometimes it is. Pain is a sign to pay attention. It's like, hey, when you go like this, it hurts. I'm like, okay, let me pay attention. Oh, probably shouldn't do that. But sometimes the pain it just wants you to listen. It just wants you to learn. And so these painful, this is coming full circle. These painful relationships that we have and have experienced, whether it's with pharmaceutical companies or it's with banks or it's with a man that you once loved. That is an important relay, a vitally important relay, because that one broke part of your veneer. That one broke part of your eggshell. And there's a lot of time. You have infinite time, my loves. You have infinite time. But like, as my teacher used to say, when moving through hell, move quickly. And once you start to awaken to the beauty and the bliss of just like nirvana, divinity, embodying bliss, you don't really want to fuck around with taxes. You don't want to mess around with people having to be subjugated to abuse. You don't want to be here anymore. But maybe you still have a mission. And don't downplay that. But you want to move quickly. You want to pay attention to your brain, to what you're eating, to the health of your body. This is important. This is how you get through these things. And that was the fairy godmother. Yes, very true. Thank you, Laura, for sharing how you're feeling. I appreciate that. And thank you for everyone. I've been having such fulfilling sessions with all of you. Thank you for reaching out. I have another card, and it's the Knight of Swords. This is one of those victorious cards. What a pretty horse. Look at the way the horse's legs are. Like, whee! Oh boy, oh boy, oh bee. Oh bee, oh bee, oh bee. Oh, let me read the card without the book. Victory. That's what I get from this. I get taking charge. There's some action in this. Gotta do shit. You gotta do something. Take it on. And thank you for being part of this. This is like a little ritual now. Doing these readings, reading the cards. You sweet things. You pretty motherfuckers. I got a lot of love. The Knight of Swords is a strong and assertive warrior. Hang Tuah, an intelligent soldier, is unafraid of leaping into battle and employing unconventional techniques to win. He is rebellious, loyal, and a fierce champion. So yeah, I mean, Yule, is that pagan? Is Yule a pagan? The time of the year where the sun is like, it's at this really weird angle where we don't get a lot of it, and the sun's rays just don't leave as much warmth on the earth, so it gets cold and it's dark. So we're accustomed to a certain... Humans love homeostasis. We love balance. Or our body does. Our intuition does. Maybe not our conscious mind. We just like gluttony. But we like balance. And our body attempts to find it. Okay? So we're accustomed to a certain amount of light. And when that light starts to go away, we find a way to foster light from within. This is what Sagittarius season, tropical Sagittarius season is known for. That like inner fire. It's just like... And so it is through that practice, I believe, is the best way to find your true strength. Is when the lights are low and the days are cold and you're kind of sad, honestly. A little bit like melancholy. Okay? You're a little tired. And then you go in. And there's just this wondrous world. This wonderful experience of... It's like hugging yourself. Paying attention to your inner world is like hugging all of your internal organs. You know. You just go there. Go there. I will tell you, and it's the message coming to me right now. Just get in your bed. Okay? If you're like, I can't get to sleep. I'm so tired. Just get in your fucking bed. Turn the lights off. Just lay there. You don't have to be asleep. You can just relax. Because your body just wants to be still. And when your brain wants to go to sleep, it'll fucking go to sleep. Who am I talking to here? I don't know. I come back and watch these things. Hello, James. Thank you for watching. But yeah, you'll inner, deep experience. Take it slow. Do a little bit less. That's kind of always my advice because this world is addicted to fucking cocaine or sugar or electricity, caffeine. I worry about y'all. I do. I think about you. I just got my rose gold stellar gateway spray as I was watching. Yeah. Spray away, my friend. Made some chocolate for the first time and actually many years. Made some raw chocolate. Only have a little bit. It's very strong. It's like zzz. Let's call an animal forward. What's it gonna be? Also, don't forget to celebrate with people. Go have some fun. Do you feel the dinosaurs dying? The old ways of doing things? You said that's where the growth happens. Yeah. I had a good friend, Julia. And, well, I still have a good friend. Her name is Julia. She still exists. And we would talk, long talks after dance, 5 rhythms in the Joffrey Ballet. And we were having a conversation on the subway, and I was telling her how one of my clients was just like complaining and complaining about all the stuff they were going through, and just all these people in the subway. And she just screams out, "Bitch, that's how you grow." And yeah, it's through the struggle. Bitch, that's how you grow. But everyone just kind of looked. The shark. Who's got a situation? What's going on? Is this about like the everything, or is it about something in your life? But you gotta trust your instincts. You gotta be that, like, have you ever met those people when you're at a party and you're like, they're like networking and like smiling, having a good time, and they just are like, I don't know, you could feel that they're like making money while they're there. They've always reminded me of sharks. They just like know where to go and where to be. But you know that as well. And you need to trust that part of yourself. Like, you know what's going on. Let's see what the book says about this one. Let's talk about a shark. Sharks are scary, right? One of the funniest jokes ever is like, shark infested waters. It's like, motherfucker, that's where the sharks live. That's their house. These human infested apartments. Yes, you know where to be. You know where to move, know where to go. It's like you just find your spot. But you're paying attention. You can feel, it's like heat. You can sense it. Let's talk about the shark. Your instinctual self is that aspect of you that sends signals to your brain directly from your body. It is what's responsible for your survival, particularly when you're in a life-threatening situation or must avoid danger by fighting. Your instinct dictates which choice most likely ensures your perpetuation. It's much more primal than intellect. And it's what connects humans and all other animals. This instinct. The trust for your instinctual signals can be modified and distorted by conditioning, especially childhood conditioning. Yeah. There's certain people I don't trust immediately for absolutely no reason. And there are certain people I don't trust immediately because of good reason. When you're repeatedly told to distrust what your body is telling you, or you face life-threatening situations with no escape, this exquisite survival mechanism becomes clouded at the least and completely suppressed at the extreme. If any of you have experienced trauma or stress or these conditions, I'll just tell you that it's very normal to have experienced these. You're understood. God loves you and has big plans for you because you'll grow and you'll heal and you'll share that newly healed space with everyone around you simply by being yourself because you're beautiful. It becomes replaced by either a generalized fear. Generalized fear. I don't feel any generalized fear. And agitation that gets projected onto relatively benign situations. Or else a psychic numbness that anesthetizes the senses and severely limits your body's ability to process environmental cues for danger. I mean, that's rampant in our world. People who are like, we're fine. This is fine. Yep, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing is happening. And then other people who are like, you can't go outside. There's wind out there. The wind is energy, man. It's going to rip right through you. I don't mean to make fun of anyone. I just making jokes. Gotta keep your sense of humor. The sensory numbness also limits your ability to fully experience pleasure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a sensual being, okay? I want to feel good. I want to feel orgasmic. I want to have really good sex. You know, I want to share massages. I want to enjoy my food. And if I don't work through this shit that happened to me when I was a kid, I don't get to do that. And so it's like, okay, I can get this. This is kind of worth it. Take the time to tune into your gut feelings. Using slow, deep breathing as an access code. Listen with all your senses to discern what your body is telling you. And use your intellect to interpret whether it's a conditioned reaction or an instinctual response. With practice, you'll refine your perceptual capabilities so that you can completely trust what you feel. So let's do that one more time, okay? So one more time. Use your deep breath in and out as an access point to what your gut is saying to you. And then just begin to notice whether it's maybe a little scared or it's trying to tell you something important. Just notice, just watch. I mean, for me, this process makes me cross-eyed. I start getting blurred vision. Probably not going to go into it right now. But you can, you're alone. You can come back to the video. But those 3 deep breaths with an intention set to it, it's the key. It's the key to power. Like, listen to this. There are people on the planet right now who are like spending $1 billion on a helicopter ride and champagne at like a club. What are they doing? What are they doing? And you and I, sitting right here, are tapping in to the power of the universe with no need for consumption of anything. As long as we got trees, we breathe in the oxygen, the trees are like, there you go. You can have it right back. But that's the key. Breathe deeply, set an intention, and listen. And when you're called to action, you take action. It's very simple. We are so tuned in for this. We are built for this shit. We are literally built for this. It's not a metaphor. We were built for this. Say it again, maybe. We're built for this. Oh, wow. Wow. See, this Galactic Center stuff is really coming through. And Stephanie, you're going to a company luncheon tomorrow. Yeah. So be on the lookout. I'm sure there are some opportunities there for you to connect with the right people. Sharks like the dinosaurs of the ocean. I know, right? We are mycelium. I was thinking that. We're more like mushrooms than we are like trees. Silly things I say. I mean, it's true, but it's silly. So I talk about the galactic core, right? You get that. If you came in late, beginning of the video, good information. But my voice is like, had enough sessions today. Oh, I said I'd do this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to share a link in case you're new. This is where you can offer me a tip. And if you're interested in working with me, share the link right here. I'll have information on what I do. And then finally, the marketing portion of the program. I will show you, if you're interested in learning more about what I do and what the sessions are, all 3 links are right there. Check them out. So I'm going to take 2 deep breaths. I'm going to share something with you. There is a deep unraveling occurring. Certain habits and patterns have been locked in place for a long time. Every single one of your ancestors has done at least something to align you for this time. And now, and over the next 8 to 10 years, they're watching. They're all lining up around you, paying attention. While they may not have known when they were alive, they know now what they did and how they set it up. And so they want to help you. These are the magicians. But you have to be the shark. You got to trust yourself. If you speak to any of them, if you feel that your ancestors are with you, that you know their names, talk to them. Talk to them like they're a Facebook friend. They're no smarter than you. You're no smarter than them. They're just another person. But they know something about you. They know something about your path because they literally were a link in the chain connecting you to this moment. And the gravity of the current times is drawing. It's like they were looking out towards the rest of the universe and they're slowly looking back. And then they're like, I'm not looking away. This is like the season finale of a show that's been going on for tens of thousands of years. They want to see it. And they want to protect their investment. And that's not about nepotism. It's not about nationalism. It's about their experience living on through you. You've been put here now because you're kind of like the wizard. You know how to work with all these different things. Maybe what they did, you couldn't do. And now what you're doing, they can't really do. But we're all working together now. They are working with you. And then if we work with each other, do you see where I'm going with this? If I am against my neighbor, I am pitting my ancestors, my ancestry, my guides against their guides and their ancestry. And this is why it makes me want to vomit and cry at the same time. When These beings are pitted against one another. You know, whether it's political parties or nations or religions, it's sickening because all of these ancestors and guides are crashing into each other. They don't want that. They're not seeking that. They're not as easily manipulated as human beings because they can see the bigger picture. And this is why we need to help people see the bigger picture by seeing it ourselves and talking about it. And don't shut your mouth for an instant. I don't care if 9 out of 10 people disagree with you. Speak your piece. It's a piece, not P-E-A-C-E. P-I-E-C-E. Your piece needs to be spoken, or else the puzzle is incomplete. Stay out of it. Stay out of the fighting. It's not even funny. It's just a fucking waste of time. Your kidneys are like batteries, and they need, first of all, they need the sun. Go get some sunshine, everybody. Sunshine. Get as much as you can on your bare skin. But your kidneys are batteries, and when they're drained, your livelihood begins to fade away. And you can regenerate, yes, but every day, consistent work on regenerating yourself. Staying hydrated, not only with water and electrolytes, but with love and understanding. Love is a universal solvent, an elixir. And remember, receive the love. Don't try to do anything with it. Don't even try to give it away. Receiving the love is the best thing you can do for love. Love has one message for you. It is to receive it. You're a very special kind of being. Okay? You over there. You? Are you looking? Over there? Over there? Over there? And you require a very special kind of love, or like lubrication. Is how they're saying it. And you got to get yourself juicy. You got the juice, okay? You know how to get yourself warmed up. And yes, I'm using all sexual metaphors. That's just where I'm at. You got to keep yourself lubricated. All right? Don't want the engine just grinding to a halt. It's not easy to get going when that happens. It's much easier to take your time. Stay loose, stay limber, keep it light. Because the times when you have to go deep, you won't have a choice. So maybe don't dig into yourself too much when things are just kind of like easygoing. Take advantage of those times. Be outward, be active. That's probably a message for me. So here we go. Here we go. Venus retrograde. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's time to reconsider our values. It's time to reconsider our structural values, the ones that hold together our society. It's time to reconsider what autonomy means, independence within a relationship. I'll remind you that no one owes you anything, and that you owe no one anything. This is up to you. You can make those decisions. It is not written in the stars. Even karma doesn't guarantee you anything, except that energy will be returned. You don't know how that'll look or when it will come back to you. So practice your independence. Practice asking for less and see how much you get in return. But Saturn and Uranus are getting closer and closer to their final square of the year, so wonky. It's a bit wonky. There's challenges to moving forward, yes. And those challenges won't go away just because this is the last exactitude of this transit. It will be back again throughout the year next year, but not to such a degree. Okay, there is a grand experience happening in April, and we need to prepare ourselves now. Okay. Are you open? Are you listening? you changing the things that need to change? You know, are you like working on your habits, that sort of thing? If so, you're doing great. It is possible to be doing enough. I'll tell you that. You're probably doing enough. If you're concerned about whether or not you are, you probably are doing fine. No one's grading you. But like, come on. You can have standards. I mean, why not? But you're not obligated to do anything. But probably have some more fun if you do. You can feel all those things you wish to feel and you yearn for. If you find the alignment of doing and resting, or being and acting and sleeping and eating. So you can find balance. There's no such thing as perfection. It's an ideal. It'll never be reached. But you can aim for it. Nail polish. This card keeps coming out. I mean, the Tower. If things are being deconstructed, okay, like I said, we need to rethink the values of our current system. Certain things have to fall apart. Okay, so don't be shocked. Be shocked. Or be shocked, it's fine. But like, come on, what do you expect? Can't go on like this. Can't go on like this. I'm not a doomsdayer. Whatever. The worst days of my life have to do with the moon, not with what happens. I'm just like, why do I feel like this? I'm melting. Oh. But things gotta go. All right. Be on the lookout for the revelations that are coming about the people in power. And you've been seeing it. The media outlets won't show you that. They're built to lie to you. They have a narrative they want to show you. But yeah, you can figure it out. Okay. Things are falling apart. That's so they can be rebuilt. Okay. I worked as a preschool teacher. Kids would build this thing with blocks and they're like, it'll stay there forever. And then that one kid's like, oh yeah? I'm making my fucking living off of knocking your shit down every day. That's why I'm here. And he just like walks into it. And they build it again. It's fine. We're just kids. We're just playing. There's no such thing as an adult. It's just an old kid. Bunch of wise asses we are, right? I'm an adult. Tell these kids what to do. Tell them what to do. Listen, when I was your age. Oh yeah, old man, what? That's how I talked to people when I was a kid. It's bad news. Watch your mouth. Hello. We need to make room for what is the most important. We need to rebuild the foundation for things not in balance. Yeah. Because when the base levels and structures of society are being guarded by those who protect the interest of people who do not support equality and they do not support the wellness of the earth, then the only choice then is to destroy them. Didn't want to say it in that tone. But the only choice is to destroy those things and to move those people out of the way. You cannot defend debt slavery. You cannot defend poisoning the earth. There's no defense for it. You can try, but you just look like an asshole. So the only choice is to deconstruct those things, the structures that support them. And if it collapses, it collapses. But you know what? I don't think it will. There'll be some collapse. All fake stuff. Stock market. What is that really? Cash. What is that? But we will work together. And we'll hold things up. And we'll make sure that we get through this next phase. Because while I don't have children myself, there's a whole bunch of kids running around. And I fucking love them. And people in their teens and 20s, younger than me, like, I love you guys. I'm not going to let all this shit fall apart. I'm going to do my part. But I'd prefer that it crashes a little bit and then is rebuilt with something good than to keep sustaining what's going on, because it's not healthy. The earth, mama's calling. She don't like it, so we're not going to let it happen no more. You with me on that? Maybe, I don't know. Switch this over. Let's go. Oh, I have another thing in my hair. That's what it was. Had a ponytail. Okay. That didn't look good. Hold on. This way. Now you see neurotic James fixing his hair. Life is like a river. If there's no flow, it'll be a swamp. I think, Shama, I'm with you on this as well. We're already here. But it's like imagine, let's use a frat party as an example, because that's what I thought of. Let's say you're there and everybody's got like a red cup and they're all drinking. Everybody's having a great time. So then the beer runs out in the kitchen, but everybody's still got a cup and they're still drinking. And maybe they're like, oh, there's another one over here. You know, I was double fisting, I have a can in my pocket. And so right now it's like the beer's all gone. There's nothing there. But people's cups still have something in it. Okay. And before long, people are going to realize that there's nothing left to drink. And we'll see what happens. Because in this metaphor, the liquor stores are boarding up their walls and the owners are like grabbing guns and holding all of the liquor. So we're going to have to be kind and we're going to have to negotiate. This isn't going to be a situation where you just burn something down and then it's better. We've already seen people try to do that. It's going to be negotiation and new ideas and new ways of doing things. But yeah, we're already in it for sure. And please do not listen to the people in positions of power. They're watching it burn. They're the ones who already know. Like, stop listening to them. Don't do it. They don't care about you. They just don't. They can't. Their soul's alignment is to pretend to care about you and see if you buy it. Okay, don't fall for it. You're not an idiot. And we'll see what people do, you know. We'll see what happens. If this platform disappears, you know, I'll figure out a way to be in touch with everybody. Who's got my email address here? Who's got my phone number here? But, you know, shit happens. Shit falls apart. I'm in the galactic core right now. I've channeled it. I'm really far out there. What I can say is, like, eat food, be nice to people, enjoy their company, call in your ancestors, talk to them. Don't ask them to do it for you. Ask them to help, support you. They're not God. They're a part of the body of God, but the God particle itself is what connects you to them. So it's bigger. You can both work with God at the same time. We're all working in the God body. Okay? And these challenging experiences you're currently going through that I feel like it's like ripping your heart out, you can choose to opt out of them. You can probably change it a little bit, but is there a goal in mind? Do you want to change something about yourself that's really stubborn? Do you want to get over something that you don't like? Keep going. You can do this. Maybe you just need more support. More people like you. You know, if you're a man, maybe you need more dudes in your life. If you're a woman, maybe you need more women in your life that have gone through things you've gone through. Find support. They are there. And they love you. And then you love them. It's not all about like business and teaching and like not everyone is a step towards your next goal. Some people are, but not everyone. So don't start with that approach. You burn a lot of bridges before you even cross them. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Alrighty then. You sell snake oil. Well, yeah. People that don't know what's going on. Some people don't like to see confidence. Some people, delete, block, unfollow. You don't need a huge tribe. You just need a couple. And that can turn into 8. That can turn into 12, 15, 20. I don't know. You fucking need 10,000 people. Know what you're doing? What the hell would you need that? For what good reason? For money, 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 money. It's really the only rational one. Or ego power. My message is so great, everyone must see it. No, if you're that damn real and you love from your heart center, you will touch a lot of people. You will touch a lot of people. The most that you possibly can effectively. Okay? If you are yourself from your heart and you love, you will touch a lot of people. That's it. Put that in your fucking business model. Be real. Charge what you're worth. Simplify your marketing. Teach people what you've learned. Teach people what you want to learn. Collaborate. Don't compete. That's it. Break the bread with people. You have a little bit of bread, give them some of it. Guess what? More people have bread. It'll multiply. The fishes and the bread and the metaphors. Jesus walked on water, okay? Emotions, feelings. Man, you're in a deep place right now, Jesus. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fucking intense, right? They want to nail you to a cross, bro. But you're just chill with it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You're walking on water. You turn water into wine. It's like the water, the emotions. It's too much. Yeah, I saw my friend die. They put him in a tomb, man. But you know what? I'm drunk on this feeling. I'm drunk on this revelation. I got to spend time with him. And I can have gratitude. My experience of him is even more rich now that he's gone. He's like, Jesus, you're a trippy dude. What do you think he's been doing wandering around in the desert with 12 dudes? No, I'm kidding. I'm not, though. They've been out there doing drugs. Peyote out in the desert. Sorry if this offends you. I mean, I'm not really sorry, but if it offends you, I don't know how to handle that situation. It's very Aquarian of me. But all metaphors, all jokes, just thoughts, just ideas. Let's see. That Kundalini oil. That sounds good. Remember, you have to lubricate yourself. Okay. Let's end with a different kind of card. Maybe a short mindfulness exercise can come out of this. La, 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 la. And here we are. Who's ready to be seen? Me. Come see me. Where are those people? I need to influence them. Let me into your life. I'm calling for it. You have something I need. I have something you need. Okay? Let's make this easy. The courageous peony. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. That's what I feel like when I take a bath. Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. Just let them out there, let them out there. To own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. Connect to your unique flower. You may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, and you may be afraid of what others think. But with each passing day, it becomes easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you and experiences you've been longing to arrive at your feet. Gina, I've passed the point in my time here where I can offer readings because my energy is low. But I will be back within the next few days. And you can always reach out for a reading through my website that I shared here. But just understand that if you, let's phrase this positively, if you do as you are told by your body and you do the thing, then everything will manifest towards you the way that is best aligned for you. Because internally, you are aligning with yourself. You are listening to yourself. So when we don't do that, which happens, we create blockages in our energy field and in the lines of manifestation. There's someone on hold for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the call. But you keep sending the operator a message that you are not available. Send the operator the message that you are available, and then walk that talk. I'm going to share. It was there for readings and no one reached out. If within the first hour I receive nothing, then I don't do it, because once I start, if you see me do readings, it keeps going. So this is where you can find out more about the sessions that I do. This is where you can directly book with me. And if you feel like I offered you something of value and you'd like to offer an energy exchange in the form of money, I am happy to receive that. And that would be my Venmo. And some people, maybe you don't have that. This is where you would tip me on PayPal. All is appreciated. All is welcome. Hope things are going well for you. And let's finish by taking some deep breaths, the practice that we did about halfway through here. And just check in with your intuition. Remember that your breath is a gateway. Into your intuitive senses. be afraid to ask for what you need. I am open to receiving love. I receive the love. See the faces of the people that love you surrounding you. And let that love into your heart. May all beings be fed. May all beings be loved. May I be fed and loved on all levels, in all places, at all times. I acknowledge my own divinity and connection to Source. You and I and all of us are powerhouses, housing our personal power, harnessing the divine spark that is within all of us, and guiding it towards a better future for all beings. May all beings be loved. May all beings feel safe and honored and protected. Thank you to my spirit guides, to the angels and the archangels, to those who are listening, to those who are watching. We are surrounded with a golden pyramid. Strong at the base, receiving cosmic insight at the top. Remember to rebuild this pyramid whenever you feel necessary. It is right there for you. Receive it. Take your time in everything that you do. Have a beautiful evening. And much love to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here.